Do you guys remember when I was filming like newborn videos and this little one would just like sit there quietly during them? Those days are gone. Good afternoon, Marian here, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a good old-fashioned Q&A for you. There have been some questions popping up over and over again in my comment section, so I thought it'd be fun to just film a Q&A, expose everything, and answer all of your questions. So let's jump into it. If you happen to be new around here, welcome. My name is Marian. I make videos about being a Jewish mom, and you are about to hear the truth behind my channel. Let's jump in. So anyone who missed this Q&A announcement, I post everything like this usually on my Instagram first, which is at My Jewish Mommy Life, so definitely follow me on there so you don't miss out. And I also posted it on my like community channel updates thing. So yes, if you're looking out for the next Q&A, that's where you'll find. Okay, the first question I'm going to answer is, what is your Jewish community? For example, Orthodox, Chabad, etc. I am not Orthodox. I'm not Orthodox. I'm non-Orthodox. I am not Chabad. I am conservative. That is how I was raised. That is the Jewish day school and Jewish synagogue that I attended growing up, and that is what my family attends now. I love the conservative movement. I really feel like it's a really good in-between, like between some of the extremes of like Orthodox and Reform. Not that I think either of those communities are necessarily extreme, but I just like kind of being in the middle. So I definitely get a lot of flack sometimes because I'm like not totally Orthodox religious, and I get like all sorts of questions about like, well, how come you do this and how come you don't do this? And I'm just like a middle of the road person. Sometimes I choose to do things a certain way, sometimes I choose to do them another way, and I have ebbed and flowed in my life. There were times in my life where I wore skirts instead of pants. There are times in my life where I kept strictly kosher. Then I moved to Israel and stopped keeping kosher, but that's all. I have a baby playing with my camera right now. Corey. Oh my goodness. But that is a whole different story. But yes, I am a conservative Jewish person, and I mostly follow the laws or decisions of the conservative movement. Okay, the next question I have along those lines is, to what extent do you observe the Sabbath, and are you on social media or weekday stuff, etc.? So again, this is something that has ebbed and flowed in my life. At this moment, I do not strictly observe the Sabbath, as in I will drive, I will buy stuff on occasion, but what I like to do is during the winter months, we go to Tat Shabbats on Saturday. That's like a wonderful family activity. And during the summer months, we hike on Saturdays. So we will get in our car and drive to go hiking, but I consider that a very spiritual experience. It's what I love to do best as a family, and I definitely understand that a lot of religious folks would say that that is not observing the Sabbath, and that is totally fine for them to feel that way, but that is what we do in our home. I do try to stay off social media. I will rarely post on Instagram on a Saturday, and I just love having that break. But at the same time, I might scroll myself and look at stuff. I might watch movies. So I observe the Sabbath in the sense that I do take a break from work and usually from shopping, but on occasion, like if there's a birthday party, we'll go to a birthday party. If we need to go shopping that day, it happens. So Friday nights, we always light candles, say the prayers, have Shabbat dinner. We rarely go out on Friday nights, but again, for a certain special occasion, I will. I'm not that strict about it. So that's what we're doing in our life at this moment. I'm sure it will change again in a few years. So keeping it in the Jewish zone, the next question is, what are your Rosh Hashanah plans? So for Rosh Hashanah, we always go to synagogue, and things are really different this year because I've got two little boys with me, so I really want to make sure to observe the holiday with them as best I can. And we are going to be hosting a Rosh Hashanah lunch, first day of Rosh Hashanah, and second day we'll probably head to synagogue as well. We usually do Erev Rosh Hashanah as a family, big family dinner, or friends and family dinner. Oh my god, Corey. We do first day Rosh Hashanah in synagogue, then first day Rosh Hashanah big lunch, which growing up my mom always hosted, so I'm excited to host this year. And yes, I will be making Rosh Hashanah videos, stay tuned for those. And then second day Rosh Hashanah, yeah, just go to synagogue. Okay, the next question I really like, it's, if you were not born as a Jew, would you choose it? I don't know, this one is really hard. I think there is a lot of anti-Semitism in this country right now, and I think if I wasn't born Jewish, I would probably be nervous about becoming a Jew, or maybe it might not be as appealing as it would be to me in another decade or another time or place where there isn't so much hate going on, because it's really scary out there. But that component aside, I feel like I am someone who just loves religion in general. Like, I'm really super interested in it. I love learning about other faiths and going to other services and different cultures and things like that. And Judaism, I always think like, yes, this is the right one for me. So I guess, I don't know if I would choose it if I wasn't born to it, but I choose it again every day because I choose to practice Judaism and to stick with it, even though I've experienced other religions, as in like gone to services with my friends and stuff like that. But I really like the core component of Judaism, which is living for today and living in the now and working to make this world a better place for today, rather than focusing on the world to come or the past or the future, etc. It's like living each moment for today, making the best out of it. That's something I really relate to, and to making the world a better place. The whole concept of tikkun olam and taking care of the earth is something that really resonates with me. Okay. Sorry, life is very chaotic these days. Moving aside from the Jewish questions, the next question I got is, what country would you like to travel to next? So Max, seeing as you're here, where do you want to go next on your next vacation? Where would you like to go to next?
Boca.
That's good for going to Boca next week. Yeah, Boca, baby. My next dream vacation is Australia and New Zealand. I have a lot of family in Australia, which I would love to see again, and I've never been to New Zealand. I have spent a lot of time in Australia because I have family there, but my husband has never been, and of course my kids have never been, so I would love to go to Australia and New Zealand. And I also would love to go to Israel. I have lots of family there as well, and I would love to do it through this channel, maybe like as a vlog or something. Tell me what you guys think of that. Like, should I try and pursue that or not? Let me know in the comments. Speaking of Israel, the next question I have is, did you do Birthright and would you recommend it? I did not do Birthright. I did not qualify for Birthright because I did an organized group tour before I was old enough for Birthright. So with my 8th grade Jewish day school class, I went to Israel through like this pen pal exchange type of thing. So I absolutely loved it. I had a great time, but I technically like didn't qualify for Birthright, and I felt really guilty like sneaking in, if that makes sense. But pretty much everyone I know has been on Birthright, and I have heard all sorts of wonderful experiences and all sorts of fun, like crazy party kind of experiences. But I would definitely recommend it. I think if you're the type of person that wants to meet other Jewish people, wants to go out there and experience the world and Israel and all it has to offer, then definitely go for it. I mean, where else can you get such an amazing deal and experience like that? Okay. The next question I have, I'm sorry about all the chaos with dogs and little boys running around. That is my life. Oh my God. Okay, the next question I have is, do you ever think about moving back to California? Yes, pretty much daily. I absolutely love California. I'm such a California girl at heart. But my life is here right now in the Washington, D.C. area. My husband loves his job here. His whole family's here, and I do love my life and my friends here and everything, our home, etc. So I think about moving back to California just in the sense like, oh my gosh, that would be so nice. But I also know that in reality, we're here at least for the next long little while. So I do love being here. It's just, I miss my family. I miss the California weather, the California coast, just all the places up and down the coast from LA. But this August we got to spend 3 weeks in LA, which was so nice because we got a good chunk of time with my family, and it's made me feel so much better about not living in California because I'm like, well, at least we get to vacation. By the way, I apologize for all the little boys and little dogs popping up here and there, but this is the most truest reflection of what my life is like. Okay, then I have 2 questions about my YouTube channel. The first is, what inspired you to start the channel? What inspired me was when I was pregnant with my older son. I was watching a ton of like nursery decor videos and hospital bag packing videos, and I was like, oh, I need to start thinking about planning his bris. And then I realized that there were no Jewish moms on YouTube, and I was like, that is crazy. I had always wanted to be a YouTuber. I've worked in television, and I worked like with YouTube personalities for work and stuff. And it just really appealed to me, and I watch YouTube in my free time, and I just was like, oh, I would love to do that. But I never really felt like I could or should. But when I realized that there was this like big hole out there, that there were no Jewish moms, I was like, that is something I can do, and that's why I started it. The next question I had about my channel is, has your YouTube success surprised you, or were you expecting it to happen so fast? I actually feel like my YouTube channel grows so slowly, but that is, I guess, because I'm friends with some people that have grown super lightning quick, and I've been watching other channels, you know, that grow so much faster than mine. But of course there's others that grow slower than mine, so I don't know, I guess to me it doesn't feel fast because you know, I'm working on it every single day. Even though you guys only see videos 2 days a week, there's lots of little things that go on behind the scenes, and I just have such big dreams and big goals for this channel, so it feels like it's slow, but I'm so appreciative of the subscribers that I have. I'm getting really close to 10,000, and that is huge for me, so yeah, I'm just so excited about it. Okay, the next question I have is about babies, and that is, what age did your boys sleep through the night, and how did you handle the lack of sleep? So I feel like I have not really slept in 3 years or so, maybe 4, because during pregnancy I did not sleep. I don't know if it's like hormones or whatever, but I had such bad pregnancy insomnia, so when my babies came along and didn't sleep, it was like, oh yeah, that's just how life is. Corey actually here was sleeping through the night at 2 months, and I definitely credit the snoo for a lot of that. But then of course he had the 4-month sleep regression, and like it wasn't like every single day he was sleeping through the night, it was just most nights. But so yeah, he's been really good, and the exhaustion has not been too bad. Definitely the first 2 months, of course, were hard to nurse in the middle of the night, 2 or sometimes 3 times a night. That was tough. But my older son was really tough sleeper for like the first year. He didn't really sleep through the night till maybe like 7 months or so. But the way I got through it is I just always said to myself, the time goes by so fast. Like in a month, in a week, things will change. So even though it feels like you'll never sleep again and things are so hard, it really just does go by so fast. So I know in the moment it's hard, but I always just tried to focus on the bigger, longer term picture, which is this is just such a short time of life, and that it's developmentally appropriate. That's another big thing. It is normal for babies and newborns especially to not sleep through the night. You don't want them to be sleeping through the night. They need that nutrition, they need that connection with you. So I just kind of viewed it as that, as like, this is how it is. Okay, the next question I have, and I love, is when is your book coming out? I have the same exact question. It's coming out this winter, but I'm not sure of the exact date. I'm actually working on the final edits right now with the publisher. If you don't know, I have a book coming out called Expecting Jewish, and it's all about pregnancy and Judaism, and I'm just so proud of it. And I spent, I don't know, a year writing it, giving birth to it. So I'm so excited for it to finally come out. It's such a long process. So I don't have an exact date. I think I'll make a whole video when I actually do have one about the whole process and the title and everything. But yeah, hopefully winter 2019. Okay, the next question I have is, how is your relationship with your in-laws? I think I have a really good relationship with my in-laws. They live pretty close to me, and we see them about once a week. My mother-in-law helps out with the kids, and just anytime I need anything, pretty much they are there. They are so different from my parents in so many ways, but they're also so similar. So that's just a hard adjustment. It's hard living away from my family and being with my husband's family, not because of anything like them. They're perfect, wonderful people, so kind, generous, loving, warm, welcoming into their home, etc. But like, I still miss my family, so I find that hard. But I do think I lucked out, and that they are wonderful, generous, wonderful people. Okay, then the last question I have time for today is best ways to heal your body after birth and mom's recovery tips. This is a question I really wanted to get to because it's something I'm very passionate about. It's part of the reason I wrote my Judaism and pregnancy book. But I just think it is so important to let yourself heal after giving birth. Do not try to be walking around and doing dishes the day after you come home from the hospital. I think that the size of the wound inside your uterus that you can't see from like the placenta and the baby is like, I don't know, enormous basically, and that it really needs time to heal, and you're only doing yourself a disservice by not giving yourself that time that you need. So I just really say to let it all go. Let the house go, let the dishes go, let the laundry go. None of that matters. The best thing you can do is just hold your baby all day long if that's what you want. Cuddle them, be with them, and just rest. It's the most important thing. And don't worry about how you look or how your house looks, or even how your baby looks if they're not wearing cute clothes for Instagram. all that matters is that you are spending time healing and bonding with your baby. That is the best advice I can give. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you learned a little bit something about me. I love sharing, interacting, and learning about you guys. If I missed any of your comments, DM me on Instagram and I will get back to you. Any that I didn't have time for, I will try to respond and get back to those as well. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.